I don't really think that much about it. But tonight, we're going to be talking about conflict and drama. Because is that not what all great stories are about?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You've gotta have conflict and drama.
You gotta have drama. That
in
is
the comic book.
In the comic books. That is correct. That is absolutely correct. I've been watching some very interesting videos today, trying to get caught up on how to view conflict and drama. Where's my channel? But yeah, fun stream title, says Dennis Bruce.
Yeah, let's catch a couple of people to see the Lady Celtic Moon says howdy. Well, howdy, partner.
Everyone, please do hit that like and hit that share button. So people out there in the wider world know that we're going to be talking about conflict and drama today.
In the comics. Where it belongs.
Amen to that. All right. You know what would be great is if somehow I could have awesome conflict and drama in my comics and monetize that on YouTube. That would be amazing.
You focus on the story, you say?
Yeah, I want to focus on the story. Who's doing the conflict? That would be the bad guy. The bad guy, and well, I guess you always have your antagonist and you have your protagonist, and where in the conflict lies.
In Heart of the Hero, and how specific can we get about Heart of the Hero in this broadcast?
Dude, spoilers. Go for it. Everybody who bought Heart of the Hero first time around has already read it. So,
all right. So you've got multiple antagonists in the story. Starting out with his monologue with exposition pigeon. Popefire is a big fan of exposition pigeon. You're gonna have to.
I didn't know she was a pigeophile.
I think if you don't work in a cameo of exposition pigeon into Soul of the Soldier, you might have a lifelong enemy.
I was actually considering it. I was actually thinking, where can I slip a pigeon in here?
It'll be like a James Woo scene, maybe.
He might not speak to exposition pigeon this issue, and that itself may cause some conflict and drama with Popefire.
Yes, indeed.
Indeedy do.
I tell you what. After seeing one of your photos of lunch with the Annunciatas, whenever I do write an alternative Lone Star story, I want to work the two of them into the story. They gotta show up. Their likeness has got to show up. Got to make that happen. How would you feel about that, Annunciatas? Can I work you into a story? Your likeness, at least. Would you be opposed to that? Let me know.
Yeah, I mean, they've certainly bought enough original art to qualify for the get your likeness in the book tier.
I feel like they need to be in there somewhere, man. But
right.
I think you had a photo of when you guys went to
I got a whole lot of that is not the nose I want to do. Sorry. I'm also doing the breakdowns for page 29 on Lone Star as we discuss the drama and the conflict of Lone Star. In the book. That is correct. Oh shoot! I think I gave. Let me see. When you're drawing characters, you have to reference if you haven't drawn them in a while.
All right, so I'm working from memory. No, I guess I could go get my comic book, or I could pull up my PDF. Do I have a PDF?
I gave her an extra. Yeah, I don't know. Do you?
Because I got a new computer and it may be on my laptop. Let me see. I thought I downloaded it on this one. All right, downloads. There we go. It's a low res one, so don't judge a book by this.
That's all right. And everybody who did not check their announcements for the Meg campaign, I announced that I have approved all 3 proofs. So
Oh, is cat and mouse still going on?
yeah, I think pretty sure.
Yeah, maybe we gotta. I was telling you we should probably promote something tonight, and maybe that is what we should promote.
Sure, why not? And Max Boost too. Max Boost up there.
Max Boost. All right,
Art T Bear will be launching his Chrono Mechanics.
Chrono Mechanics
Soon.
colored by Narwhal. That thing is going to look slick. That is going to look slick-a-doodle.
Yeah, that is not the nose I gave her.
All right, I have got my screen ready to come up with Lone Star.
All right, bibbidi boo.
All right, now, if you are saving reading Lone Star 1, we're getting ready to get into some spoilers. All right, so spoilers. If you haven't seen Lone Star 1, you might want to pause this part of the video and maybe as long as you see the comic book on the page. All right, the very first antagonist in the book is society itself.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
Coming right from the beginning. I remember the world a little clearer than most. The air is different now. Thicker, full of a seething, misdirected discontent. Anger, resentment, entitlement, Twitter. It's a world of spoiled children, raised by spoiled children, and raising little spoiled children of their own.
That's true.
Is getting harder and harder to tell the good guys from the bad.
What are we going to do about that, Edwin?
Well, we'll chisel away at it. We're going to do the little parts we can, and that is the reason. By the way, when we mentioned Roland Mand, Cat and Mouse on Kickstarter, he is Mr. Mike Miller's editor for Lone Star.
That is correct.
All right, and this was the cover. Now, when we talk about, and when Pope Fire talks about Exposition Pigeon, this is Exposition Pigeon right here. This little fella. All right.
It's not the Kickstarter cover. This is the first printing cover you can no longer get. Although I do have a handful of these still, so I'm gonna have those on the Kickstarter for like a premium. Because if you get the 2-pack, they usually sell for about $100 on eBay. So I'm gonna set it at that kind of a price. Everybody should have got it already on the first go around.
All right, let's see. We got a practical question here. This comes from R. Brugman. He says, "Any estimate on the Meg 3-pack ship date?"
When it's at the printer, I mean, it's. I approved the proofs today, so whenever the printer tells me they are shipping, or if they give me an estimated date, then I will announce that on the campaign.
By the way, I was reading Meg 3 today, and so let me be frank with the audience. I wasn't actually all that excited about a short comic book. The exposition in that book, absolutely great. Absolutely, the setup for it is absolutely great. Now there's some science fiction in it. I pointed that out to Mike.
That is true.
Okay. All right. T. Elson says, "My original Lone Star Heart of the Hero never arrived. I was one of the first backers, top tier. Can't get Mike to get back to me. So frustrating." All right. What I want you to do right.
Email is underdogmike@att.net.
Let's resolve this. Let's resolve this right now while I'm reading some Lone Star.
Yeah. I just shipped out. Somebody else had an issue, and I just shipped out theirs today. So, I mean, seriously, I want everyone to get their books. I'm not trying to. If you don't get your first book, you're not going to order the second book. This is like my business. So if you didn't get your book, I'm not blowing you off. You might have fallen through the cracks. I get like 100 flipping emails a day. So just email me right there, underdogmike@att.net, right now. I will flag it, I will pack it, and I will ship it.
All right. So T. Olson,
Pack it, ship it.
all right. So you see it now. Okay. Very good.
All right,
Yeah, man. Definitely.
I'm going to sit here clicking my thing right now, waiting for your email to come through.
T. Olson, he is eagerly awaiting your email. All right. So if anybody doesn't understand it, Lone Star has the superpower or the heightened power of being able to perceive fear. And so he goes out at night when he's not doing missions with the unknown soldiers, and he patrols whatever city he happens to be in.
Yes, Captain Heltz, I fulfill everything myself.
All right. And so fear just registered. So he's jumping. Exposition pigeon goes a flying. Parkour. All right.
Why you got to do that?
Now we have the first tangible. Now we have the first tangible antagonist. We have a gang here. Batmanday. Well, I guess we already do have a reference to Marte. Yep. We have Banda de la Muerte. Peter Sharon says, Edwin getting excited. Well, I like Lone Star. I am, no, don't get me wrong here. Mike Miller is my friend. I would like Lone Star either way. Just want to reveal my biases here. I like this particular character. Oh, don't worry, chica. We be gentle. All right, so you have a street gang who is getting ready to victimize this young woman. And this is what Lone Star sensed, her fear. And he comes in like a freight train. He just broke this man's back. Guns come out. El Diablo getting ready to stick a gun in his face. Carlos here has got a knife. That's probably a mistake.
He's in Australia.
Yeah, that's not a knife. It's not a.
No. The backer is in Australia.
Oh.
Okay. I think I might know, because I did get one back a few weeks ago, actually, and I don't know where I put it, so I didn't know whose it was. So I'm gonna pack you up a new set. Let's see. You got the early bird special.
Hey, T. Olson, can you do something though? Can you do something in particular? Go in that email and retype your correct address.
Oh yeah. Well, here, I'm just gonna send you what I got. I'm gonna send you what I got. Please confirm or redress it.
Right.
And then I will.
Yeah.
I'll get that to you. Yeah, because you were an early birder, man.
Because
you're contributor number 15. Holy cow.
If there's another mistake, you don't want that to get stuck in the mail for another couple of weeks, because I assume it's going to take at least 2 weeks to get to Australia.
Yeah. That's true. All right.
So what are the boundaries of the conflict here? Lone Star's just out. He's looking for a fight. He's looking for a wrong. He's looking for some place where he can intervene and make a difference.
Oh, there's a good question.
Is that in the chat?
Yeah, how is your sketch card tier doing? The first tier did really well. The second round has had only like 2 buyers, which baffles my mind because you've got some A-list artists, and I'm like, what?
Oh, this is perfect. Oh, Merte, I'm going to make you a villain. Oh, this is great. Merte says, Blankless Universe is not far off, essay. In the 80s, I had relatives that were in a bad business. They had a ranch called the Ranch of Death. Nice.
Sort of like a banda de la muerte.
I love it.
Oh.
I love it. Rusty Deo says, good day, Mike Edwin. Oh, is this about Twitter? This is about Lone Star.
What is Twitter? I don't even know what Twitter is. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Twitter is a trash fire.
I do have to ask, though, why does the Banda de la Muerte number 18, why does he have a floor, like a fleur de lis tattoo? Or am I looking at that wrong?
No, you're looking at it right. Maybe he's a Saints fan.
Maybe he's a fan of Louis the Sun King. He's a in his spare time he cosplays as one of the Three Musketeers.
Hey, he's a Weebelo.
That's great. I guess that would be a Paribo. All right. So here's the first conflict, and let's think about where the first tangible conflict. What's Lone Star's overriding motives that led him to the scene? I think we learn about some of that, but in your mind, from what you meant to convey, what is Lone Star's overriding motive?
Oh, as a character?
Yeah.
He is driven to protect the innocent because of the tragedies of his youth.
So is this survivor's guilt?
Or maybe you could put it that way.
Well, with that kind of has a slightly negative context, though. Is it just more he just evolved into a protector?
Quantity. Oh, hold on a second. My printer's asking me a question. My printer at 10:10 at PM is asking me a question, so I need to address it.
Rusty Deo sounds more like vengeance than guilt, but then that's also a negative motivator, and it's not necessarily a negative motivator. The initial spark, the tragedy might have been negative, but wanting to intercede could be positive. All right. Goodness, I hope that wasn't El Guapo. Pretty sure the handsome isn't going to fit anymore. How about El Smasho Faso? Who the F? Language, please. Jojo is present. Carlos Diablo, camp this choir boy. Wow, this feels like art imitating life. Don't talk about language. You're gonna catch some heat. You're gonna catch some fire. A reading of Lone Star, select reading. So the title of this video in this is conflict and drama, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're actually looking at the conflict and drama in the story itself. You know, what drives the story? What makes you want to get into it? Captain Hilt says, Blacklist Universe. Sorry. What is it that we're doing here? We're examining conflict and drama in the Lone Star comic book.
And story in general.
Yeah.
It is what makes for great tales, great media. Any media. All stories have to have and have conflict and drama. Otherwise, it's like, what are you doing? What's the point?
Do you remember why you selected this particular street gang or a street gang as the opening fight scene, the opening conflict?
I live in California. This is just a real life thing.
There you go. Well, California knows how to party.
Yeah. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
Knows how to party. Bam, ba, ba, bam, 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 bam. Carlos and Devil Boy can't help you at the moment.
What you gonna do, Hefe? You take one more step, I slice her open like a piñata.
That's how you know he's not from Mexico. Pinatas in Mexico.
Yeah, he's a poser. He's a poser gangster.
Right.
You don't slice piñatas open. You beat them open with a stick or a hammer.
Wow.
Like hell, I'm going to beat you open if you don't drop that knife and let her go. Now.
You gonna kill me anyway, Holmes?
Have I killed any of your friends, son? I don't kill.
About that, El Guapo probably wasn't.
Well, yeah, this fellow bled out. Unless somebody did like an emergency tracheotomy on him in like a minute of Lone Star running off scene, he's dead. He's got a broken neck and a broken spine.
Well, let's just say he's crippled.
Yeah, technically Lone Star didn't kill him. It was probably
Gravity.
Yeah. Gravity in the snap spine is probably technically what killed him. Yeah. We're going to imagine though that he's sitting somewhere getting fed through tubes. He's still alive.
Hopefully in a prison.
It'll be a medical facility
In Mexico.
Oh no. Have I killed any of your friends, son? I don't kill unless I have no choice. But you hurt that girl, and you will leave me no choice.
Oh. I get it. You a hero. Yeah, take her. Lock me up. Call ICE.
Why would we call ICE? You're born in East LA. Thank you. All right. Now here is the next conflict. Because you can't arrest him. All right? As we find out later, Lone Star and the Unknown Heroes have reason to kind of fly under the radar. So you can't arrest them. You can't kill them. But they just tried to, they were fixing to rape this woman. So what does that leave? No, it leaves this panel here. And does this, in the framework of the options available to him, is this a moral choice?
Sorry. Dealing with email again.
If it was in Saudi Arabia, rather than just having his arms now having 5 joints and facing the wrong way and having bones sticking through the flesh,
He would have been fine, actually. They would have murdered the woman for being raped in Saudi Arabia.
Captain Hild says, I'd say that hombre had a bad day.
It's true.
But I think if you're older in like Mike Mike's generation, my generation, and you grew up. I don't know if it's better. I don't know if it's better the way women are treated. It seemed like the messaging to us was that we needed to be protective of women, and I can see where that could get distorted, right? I could see where that can get distorted, and you don't want to think of people as inferior. But I think about all the messaging in movies and stuff, old John Wayne movies and so forth. The overall message is that the value of a woman in general, the safety of a woman, was worth more than the safety of a man.
Mm-hmm.
And the trade-off is, well,
Trade-off is men go work
life.
in the mines and live their life in the mines getting coal. They don't send the women down there.
Yeah. So I could understand. Cyrena Sketches says Army style medicine, 2 Motrins and drink water. You left one part out, and it may be because I was a field soldier in the infantry, but it was take a Motrin or ibuprofen, drink water, and change your socks. You remember this lesson. You remember it. It should give you enough permanent nerve damage to keep you from adding any more hash marks to your collection or wiping your butt without assistance. Yeah, that's a bad day. That's a bad day staring at your wrist doubled over like that.
Well, he deserved it. Deserves got nothing to do with it, kid.
Now we go from a scene of intense brutality, to this woman now. This woman now wants to exact immediate vengeance, wants to murder him, and then Lone Star stops her. So there is a clear line. There is a clear line.
That is correct.
Get a gun, Missy. Get a gun. Well, that's empowering. Yeah. If she had a gun, they might still would have tried to victimize her. But if a couple of those banditos were leaking a little Roja, a little of their guts out in the alley, maybe they would have found someplace better to be.
They should have been in a Bible study.
Mm-hmm. I should have been in cross-examinations.
That's right.
It definitely would have saved them years of physical therapy. All right. Now you have conflict and you have drama on a different level now. So you have a societal observation, Lone Star versus society. You have Lone Star versus a street gang. Lone Star versus primal urges for vengeance. Now, what do we have here? What's going on in this scene, Mike? Or do you have your head down and you're drawing?
I have my head down and I'm drawing.
I can read to you. I can read to you. All right. So he has just walked back into to their safe house, yeah?
Yeah, this isn't this part doesn't have so much conflict. I think you're thinking of the next scene in the safe house.
Well, you have some here. You have like some establishing stuff that kind of shows you here that Lone Star is a man out of sync with time.
Oh, true.
Comics Legend says, I remember I got confused at this part. All right, so you see the characters here. You've got Hothead, and their costumes kind of match with their powers. Yeah, except for Lone Star.
Oh, they're just t-shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, they're t-shirts, rather. All right. And so you've got Pastor. You'll learn about his powers. Lone Star, you know one of his powers. You know he's tough. You've got Brando. You'll learn about him here in a minute. You've got Hothead. You'll learn about him in a minute. Scout and Killjoy. All right. And so Killjoy is talking to Lone Star right by the microwave. And then all of a sudden, he's talking to another version of himself. All right. Brando talking about the future. That's foreshadowing. And then Killjoy here is using, when Killjoy uses his powers to kind of mock the other characters, what Mike has done in almost every instance is used kind of exaggerated body language. Right? So the character's body language kind of changes. Like if you look at this version of Pastor here where he's saying, you know how to make God laugh? Make a plan. Make a plan. Ha ha ha. But if you look how his body is cocked and his eyes are kind of wide, that's kind of what signals that it's a different version. All right. Now we have.
I didn't want to spell it out like.
Yeah.
So, I'll accept that it's confusing to some.
Here you have a conflict that is established to be a dream or a recollection, right?
Yeah.
But you don't know much about what's going on unless you just have happened to have heard something about the Iron Cross before. But you don't know if you're flashing forward, flashing back. You just see this character busting right through this high-tech looking jet here.
And his I was gonna say and his best friend, but I guess I don't really reveal that until the next issue.
Yeah. All right. And so now he's coming out of this almost dorm style that they have here. He's got a brief interaction with Pastor. Goes down to the diner. And apparently he's been coming here a lot. Again, you're establishing that Lone Star is a man out of time. So now we've got some drama. It's not the drama of two people pitted against each other, though. You've got a little bit of romance. A little hint of romance here.
Just a bit. Just a bit of old-fashioned romance. Boy meets girl, not boy meets girl jumps into bed.
Popefire the Starfire goddess says it's a perfect place for a pigeon. Popefire, I believe I have been advocating on your behalf, and I believe somewhere that in Soul of the Soldier, the exposition pigeon is going to have a cameo.
Exposition pigeon may return.
You're going to have to look for him, though. You're going to have to find him. It's going to be like Where's Waldo? All right, we have foreshadowing here. All right, again, more drama. So you have potentially, you've got this jump scare here, at least for Angel.
Hey there.
You got this jump scare, but it's resolved peacefully, right?
Yes, my wife would approve.
Then we have escalating romance here. So here is your drama. We've established a connection between these two characters. A little bit of affection. All right? and he's coming back into the team house on Cloud 9. They're getting suited and booted, ready to rock and roll. Says that bum looks like Edwin.
I don't think I'd go that far.
Yeah. I'm a little bit better groomed than that, and a little bit better dressed. I may have to cut my beard off Friday though. We'll see.
Oh no, again.
Yep. So I look like Edwin's younger brother for a couple of weeks.
Am I in the wrong layer?
All right, so Lone Star is coming into the team house. They're getting suited and booted, ready to rock and roll. So this is the third time that Killjoy has used his power. The first time he was impersonating Lone Star, impersonating Pastor, and now he's got a little bit of Jessica Rabbit action going on here.
Mm-hmm. So if you can't tell by now, he's a bit of a prankster.
Oh yeah. All right, now if you can look at Hothead here, he's a little bit of vulgar here. I imagine that off panel he's doing a little bit of that DX thing. If you remember DX from, was it WWE or WWX? But he's, give her that 10-minute relationship for me, man. You see that side eye. And it only takes about half a second, and bam, knuckle sandwich right to Hothead. But Hothead's not weak himself, and he's up and at him. Looks like he's got a piece of chair leg that he's heated up, and he's getting ready to give Lone Star an attitude adjustment. So now here you've got Sean Campbell says cancel Hothead. You've got inter-team dynamic. You've got inter-team drama here, inter-team conflict. They are not.
They don't get along though.
Oh well, he is aptly named Hothead. You know, it's not like there's false advertising.
Yeah.
Now, if we had our own Brando, he could just exert his power. But you know, we might resent that. We might resent that little space of mind control once we realized it. All right. We meet Dr. Livingston. You don't learn a whole lot about Dr. Livingston this issue. You will. He is a central and critical character to the story of Lone Star and the Unknown Soldiers.
Yeah, he heads the program. He heads the Unknown Soldier program. He's the General Hawk of this G.I. Joe team. Except for he's actually a scientist, and he's the one that came up with the whole procedure for... Should I not give away that much? I just know all the background stuff, so it's like...
Yeah. Well, you want stuff to be able to... You want to tease stuff, but you want people to be able to discover it organically.
Yeah. Whoops.
Though I may have that one time I read part of the provisional story I was writing. I gave a little bit away about Dr. Livingston.
You what? What? Huh? Oh.
What? You just turned into Little John. Okay. Yeah, because I just paused my screen. I wonder if that stopped my audio.
Comics Forever says, no spoilers, please.
All right.
Yeah, I hope everybody appreciated when you read this, that there's surprises in this. You know, it's not just a play it by numbers kind of story. and I try to keep the story stuff, the spoiler stuff, close to the vest. But it has been pretty long. I know a couple of people are saying they haven't gotten theirs yet, but yeah, maybe to get too deep in spoiler territory.
Hey, now this sounds like a groovy tune. One of your members is named Mike the Box Cutter Miller. Rocking the charts at number 1 is Eddie Boys Yeti. Eddie Boys Yeti. Well, that's clever. Incredible rap hip, Schemes and Scams, only available on YouTube. I'm guessing that is a working campaign member who has decided to finance the channel. We appreciate him.
Oh, is it super chat?
Yeah, no. That's a member. He's got the green, so it's somebody who's paid for a membership.
Oh.
We appreciate it. If you're, despite your differences,
Do not block him.
Victor
says do not block him.
Despite your differences, despite your criticisms of Mike Miller, if you are willing to finance his channel, hey, we will take your money.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Alan Walker for $1.99 says, can't wait for the soul of the soldier.
I'm working on it. Page 29, right
Page
here.
29 of 48.
As we speak.
Getting there, buddy. You're over halfway there.
Yep.
All right. Victor says, man, Mike, you know what you're doing. I didn't have faith in you at all, but these characters are cool.
Thanks for not having faith in me at all.
Well, you're giving him you're earning that faith now.
Well, I appreciate it.
All right, so this is a particularly interesting scene because this is not something that you will see, that you will not see. So in a way, this particular scene is drama in and of itself, because you've got men who are getting ready to expose themselves to potentially mortal danger, and some of them have taken it upon themselves to call upon their creator. Some, but not all. If you look at the faces, you see some bowed heads, you see some closed eyes, and then you see maybe a look of frustration or impatience.
Or ambivalence.
All right. All right, prayers away, Pastor. You got it. Lord, thank you for the days you've granted us and for your sacrifice and salvation. We pray for the safety of these men. Guide our hands, our eyes, our minds to do your will and cleanse this world of those abominations that would destroy it. Abominations. In Jesus' name, amen. And you get 3 amens. So even within the team, you have some differences of opinion, but you've got comic book characters in an appropriate setting, praying to God and calling upon the name of Jesus. And so that's pretty special. And within itself, this page, though, becomes, in the greater meta narrative, this becomes almost drama and conflict into itself. TLJ, the Last Jedi Russian bot, says, what do y'all dislike most about War Campaign? Nothing tonight, but because we are focused on the drama and conflict in the comic book. Because that's what it's about. It's about better comic books, right?
I it is, and I don't want to open that can of worms, but I do want to mention my wife looked up the War Campaign on Twitter from a different account tonight, and she said it made her want to throw up.
Go. All right, we don't want to dive too deep. In fact, you were the one who told me, Edwin.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to be good. Not only are we going to be good, we're going to be We're gonna be butter. All right. All right. So they're suited and booted. They're locked and loaded. They're ready to lay down some lead. All right. Again, a bit of a scriptural reference here. Let's bring some light into the darkness. All right. Again, you've been introduced to the fact. So if you couldn't tell who was talking here, he says, I sensed fear this direction, but it's gone. Target likely terminated. Pastor, eyes on. All right. And so what you should take from this is that pastor has some sort of superhuman vision among whatever other powers he might have.
Yeah, honestly, I got that kind of the way their powers are exposited. I kind of got that from Richard C. Meyer, because I remember him talking about it in when he was talking about Jawbreakers back before it came out. He was talking about how he likes it when that happens, where you discover what the people can do rather than just having it spelled out for you. So that's why I tried to give them all a little bit of their power in when we met them, right? Hothead heats up a little pot of coffee, Killjoy's making jokes, changing people. Hothead gets out of hand, and Brando uses his power for a moment to calm him down, right? The only Pastor and Scout are the only ones we waited until this scene to see their powers.
Right. Let's see. Got a question from Victor. He says, X-Men, Marvel, DC is dead. Who are the forgotten soldiers, the unknown soldiers? The unknown soldiers are these guys right here. And I kind of glossed over it. But if you look at all these different blue boxes, let me zoom in so you can see all of these. If you'll notice on every single one, it says KIA. KIA is an acronym. It stands for Killed in Action. So you have Lone Star Robert Miller, Killed in Action, Germany, 1941, founding member of the Unknown Soldiers. And we'll go in chronological order here. Brando, codename Brando, Elijah Cromwell, Killed in Action, Korea, 1952. All right, let me make sure I don't get out of order here. All right, we've got Killjoy, Donald Howe, Killed in Action in Vietnam, 1972. Jim Powers, Killed in Action, Cambodia. Cambodia borders Vietnam, 1973. Scout, Locke Skinner. If you got any Reagan fans, you'll remember Beirut. If you're of our generation, that means he was probably a Marine. But Scout, Locke Skinner, Killed in Action, Beirut, 1983.
All right, okay, Locke Skinner. Now, talk about drama. Locke Skinner, obviously based on me, except he's supposed to be a Native American, right? Someone complained to me, or was complaining that I was a racist because I named my Native American character Locke Skinner, like he's scalping people.
Oh no!
No, that's not the funniest part. The funniest part is that was the guy who won the Name Unknown Soldier tier, or who bought the Name an Unknown Soldier tier, right? And it was going to be Scout. And I was like, please don't have a really stupid name. And the person's name who bought it was Corinne Skinner. And I'm like, all right, I'll just make it like, because they never got back to me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever. I can't believe it. So I was like, I was just going to make it Corey Skinner, because Corinne would have been a girl's name and he's a boy. And then like 2 weeks before I went to print, I get an email finally from Corinne, and she's like, can you name it after my son, Locke? Serious? Your son's name? I mean, you want me to name my character Lock Skinner? That is the coolest name. It's not like even a real name. It's a real name, but it's like a name you'd make up for a comic book character, and it was so perfect. And then somebody goes and says, "Oh, he's a racist. He named this Native American character Lock Skinner."
Oh,
So funny.
Yes, he's Dome Scalper, the Native American tracker.
Yeah, maybe my next campaign after this one. I am tapped out. I'm doing 9 covers on my next campaign. I don't want to do any more than that. Lock Skinner does this. Scalps.
Alan Walker for $4.99 says, and it's so awesome you have prayer and lift up Christianity in your book and with your channel in a time where that's getting harder to find.
Yeah, I just appreciate that I have an audience that that appreciates that. You know, it's I don't put propaganda in my books. I hate that, but I want Christian characters, and you know, a couple of these characters are Christians. I want them to be portrayed like real human beings, and that's just missing, I think, in a lot of fiction. A lot of fiction on the other side, or on my side, they tend to perfect their Christian characters. Like, I don't know any perfect Christians.
yeah, I don't either. Even my pastor. my pastor will lose his temper from time to time. I work with him too,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I just want Christians to be portrayed in a real light. That doesn't, you know, they're not perfect. They're not, but you know, if you're a Christian trying to live and abide Christ-like principles, then yeah, you're gonna fail. But I'm not gonna point out how we're all hypocrites. That's not. There's plenty of that. All they do in Hollywood. It's all they do in Image Comics and wherever. It's like if you got a Christian character, they focus on what a big old hypocrite they are for saying they believe in Jesus. And I'm obviously not down with that. So thank you. Boy, talk about drama.
Oh, and so that question came from Victor. He asked who the unknown soldiers were.
Oh,
and so Victor, we've kind of told you who they are a little bit. You understand that they were all killed in military conflict. What you don't know, though, is how they're still around, walking around looking like men in their late 20s, looking like athletes, looking pretty healthy and spry in what has to be some year after 2008.
that's right. And you don't get to know until issue 3. Dun, dun, dun. Spoilers, there's answers to stuff in issue 3.
Sweetcast's drama stream sounds pretty chill so far. Well, but Sweetcast, we're talking about the drama and the conflict in the story where it belongs.
But thank you for clicking on the clickbait.
Absolute. All right. Where did we leave off at?
This is where the drama is supposed to be, Clint.
Yeah. God. You're just like one of them troublemakers, Sweetcast. Sweetcast is just like that's just like a cover name. That's all a front.
It's a sweet and sour cast.
Mostly sour.
It's a bitter cast.
Oh no. Mike is just kidding. Clint from Sweetcast is an absolute sweetheart. Confirmed.
Aw. Who said that? Oh, is that just you?
Yeah, that was just me. That was just me. Yeah.
So tell me.
All right. So Lone Star gives the team the flex. You know, in this case, though, guns out, but the sun's not out, and you'll see why. Because they're in a sewer. All right.
You're not sharing.
Oh, I'm not sure.
No.
I was sure. What happened?
I don't know. You
Huh.
must have clicked something.
Oh, well, I must have clicked something. Let me reshare it.
There it is.
All right. All right. So again, guns out, but the sun's not out. All right, Scout. You kind of see his power here. He's going through a door, and there's look at this sweet little girl. Look at
Aw.
this sweet little girl with her little teddy bear.
I just drew her on this page too. Flashback. Spoiler. Flashback.
Looked like she just walked off the set of Growing Pains.
What?
I don't know. But wait. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Ah!
But look at the expression on her face.
Yeah, it's excitement.
Yeah. That is correct.
But Hothead,
Aptly named.
aptly named, says, "Oh hell no! Oh no, she didn't! Oh no, she didn't! Breeders, they're making baby monsters in here." Lone Star tries to interject, but it's too late because he just installed a crater in her chest.
That hothead. He never thinks. He's like Peter. Ready, fire, aim.
Ready, fire, aim. Yeah, he didn't take an ear.
No. He took a life.
He took a life.
Life of an innocent child who just happened to be a vampire.
Yeah, she probably didn't ask to be a vampire.
Yep. She picked the wrong parents, Edwin.
She did. That was an unfortunate mistake on her part.
Yep.
She was the wrong parents.
Well, she'll learn for next time.
Yeah. When she burns in hell.
Aww. Kid.
Yeah. I'm sure she'll get a chance to be ministered to in prison.
Ooh, wait, I just got a note. Boom. Bam. I just got an update. Files out. Sent to the printer. Booyah. Thank you, Brett.
Boom, boom. Shaka-laka-laka boom. All right. And here's Hothead. All right. And so you get a flashback scene. Can everybody tell with the change in color, the change in tone, kind of moving towards this sepia style in this more grainy style?
And they're dressed like it's the beginning of the 20th century.
It feels like there should be some ragtime music. All right. Awful Redneck Gaming says, well, I just got a notification. It was only 57 minutes late. Awesome.
Oh, gosh.
So here,
drama.
and I'll let the, you missed all the drama. Now we're just focused on the conflict. And I'll let you talk this out for a minute, but here in this scene, who is the antagonist? Who is the protagonist?
Mm-hmm.
Who is good and who is evil here? All right, and the audience doesn't necessarily, the reader doesn't necessarily have all of the information perhaps to sort that out, but you can form your own opinions. Let me, Mike, I need to go grab something and I will be right back. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment.
All right. Talk to the fans. I'm just about finished with my breakdowns for this page. So, cool. I can go print this out, save it. Look, Us see. I'm going to remove Edwin from the screen, so it's just me and Edwin's screen. Sure. All right. Let's see. Who's here? What's up, guys? Teddy bears are always bad news. That's terrible. What do you mean? What about when my son dances in the background in his little teddy bear outfit, his giant teddy bear outfit? What next year do you think Lone Star 3 will be? What next year? Next year for sure. When do I think I'm going to launch the campaign? End of February is my plan. That is my plan. Let's see. Scroll up. Victory. She chose poorly. Aw, so mean. How old was that vampire kid? She was just a kid. Like 6, 7 years old. 6, 7 years old. She had a father that loved her. Poor thing's mother died giving birth to her. I would talk MAGA politics in Elder Scrolls Online. Never kidded. But what the heck? Custom Elvis. Not sure what the hecking about. Ooh, called it. What? Called what? What did you call it? 67 years old. No, 6 or 7 years old. Hi, I'm a Streamaholic. My name is Slim Shady. Vampire Lord did nothing wrong. Well, that's kind of where, man, I really like spoiling stuff, but I don't want to spoil this stuff. So don't get me started. Don't get me started. 91 people watching now. Have you all hit that like and that share button? Have you? Anti-vampiric media portrayals of the hemoglobin challenged. Okay, then. Just talk about Bitcoin. How is Bitcoin doing right now? Has it slumped under $8,000? Let's give it a quick look-see. Excuse me. I'm very curious. I am actually quite curious. Oh my gosh, that computer's too slow. Oh wait, here it comes. Blacklist Universe, Lone Star and the Unknown Soldiers do not age. That's long-term drama with their ladies. Well, that's part of the story. Is yeah, it's just hovering there right above 8,000. Is Lone Star's desire to be with Angel. He's in love with her. Everybody can tell, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to enter into a relationship that he knows is going to be short term and painful for her. He's being a gentleman and what's that called? Chivalrous, and not wanting to, not wanting to have that 10-minute relationship. You know what I'm saying? Down to 5K or something. No, it's at 8. It's still at 8. It doing bad. Well, it's still. I know what happened. It was the whole backed futures trading that opened on Monday, and that just it's the same thing that happened when CME futures trading started. Futures traders are freaking annoying. So yeah, what I should have, because I want to use part of this money to pay for my printing bill. I should have pulled one Bitcoin out before the backed futures came in, but I didn't get around to it. So, well. Long term, I don't care. And long term, it'll dip. It'll dip. It'll go up. It'll dip. It'll go up. Whatever. Depends on your source. Mine says $79.99. I'm looking at Coin Market Cap. That is the Coin Market Cap is the what do they call that when all the different sources are put together and averaged? Why can't I remember? Markets. Let's see. BKEX. Yeah, there's one. Coinbase Pro. It's $79.76. But X rates. It's $79.96. Bitstamp. It's $79.69. Kryptonics. It's $79.97. But it looks like 9 out of 10 of the exchanges it's still over 8,000, and then some it's just under 8,000. So if you want to get in there and do some arbitrage trading. All right, let's see. Liked and shared. Thank you very, very much. Where am I? What am I looking for? Video editor? No, let me just get that. All right. Oh, looks like Sir Edwin is back. Ding!
Aloha. All right. So you've got shots fired. Shots fired. Speaking of monsters, did we ring the dinner bell? Yep. All right. So now we've got a major conflict. It looks like a major impending
Shoot, I don't want to close that.
physical conflict. Apart from fighting for air in the sewer, you've got just a whole mess, and a mess is a technical term. A whole mess of vampires scooting down this, scooping, scampering, clambering, clawing, sprinting down this tunnel right out. And then we've got a cutaway scene here. Another place, another day. Chop. You got this strapping young man here, though it looks like he's had some damage to an eye in his face, chopping some wood. Joaquin Gunther, your exile is at an end. The Lord has need of you. And JoJo makes a cameo.
I gotta go print this page out so I can keep working. Ow! Never mind.
All right. This character is going to be important, but you are not going to find out who he is just quite yet.
Not for a long time.
All right. All right. Craven the Hunter here is craving some blood. Yarg! All right. Lone Star's trying to take tactical control of his team here, but they are quickly getting enveloped by this mass of vampires. This is not good. All right. Now you saw versus the street gang, you saw how tough and you saw how agile Lone Star was. And this fellow right up at the front here has managed to move up under and push his gun up and out of the way and snatch it right out of his hands. That's all right, though. That's all right. Maybe he made a mistake. Maybe he brought a gun to a knife fight. Well, he's got two knives, so let's see how that works out. But again, the team is getting enveloped. Human arrogance. Always so amusing. You gonna talk all night, or are we gonna dance? Dance. Bet. Such playful euphemisms. Well, here's some play for you. Here's a dagger. here's a shiv right through your palm. Interesting. If you look closely, where that dagger has gone right through his palm, you'll see that a little bit of smoke is emanating from that wound. Such playful euphemisms from a dead man. Oof, man. That'll relocate your plums right up to your throat.
And that's just not something you see in comics enough.
Yeah, boy, it's hurting me. Crunch. Boy, that is not a sound effect that you want associated with testicles. Crunch. Maybe a splat or a yoink, but crunch. That is.
He's got balls that crunch when you crush them. All right. Give me some light down here.
All right. Now he just pulled that dagger right through his hand, and now he's pulled off. At first, I thought it was rebar, but I guess it's one of the sewer grates, one of the sewer bars. He's pulled one of the sewer bars off, and he's getting.
It is rebar. They were there for being fixed or whatever.
Oh, fixed. Oh, okay. Yeah, usually when you see that circling pattern, almost like a screw, that's a good indicator that that's not a steel pipe. That's a piece of rebar.
Yeah.
That was an interesting alloy. All right. So wow, you've got a clue here. The what I'm guessing is a vampire here has revealed something about that dagger. He said that was an interesting alloy. It pains me. Humans, though, you are very simple to hurt. Well, yeah, man. You made his nards go crunch. Oh, boy.
Crunch. It wasn't crack. It was crunch.
Crunch.
Get the crunch right there. Crunchy.
Poke you with anything, you bleed, you die. So simple. Yeah. Crunch our testicles, and we probably want to die too. There's simple, and then there's easy. Less talking, more dying. And then he just shoved that rebar right through his chest so hard that he stuck him to a concrete wall. Something just got kind of quiet. I was hearing a background noise, and now I don't. Now I'm hearing it. Did we freeze up there for a minute, Mike? All right.
Were you frozen? Or was I frozen?
Now, I think you were frozen for a second.
Okay. Weird. I'm trying to close another window and it doesn't want to play.
All right. Now, Brando is being overwhelmed here. These vampires just came pouring out of that tunnel like a wave. And he's got four.
Before he gets too far here, spoilers. If you haven't seen this book,
yeah.
you want to read it. Spoilers are coming, not distant future.
And this is one of the very big scenes in this book. If you're waiting on your physical copy of Lone Star, Heart of the Hero, and you don't want it spoiled, you need to dip out of the stream for a moment. I'm gonna give it a 5 second count and give everybody a chance to shut it down, pause it, or whatever, just in case. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Earth below us. Oh, sorry.
Brando, hold on. Use your power. Brando. Brando ain't gonna make it. Brando ain't gonna make it. Even worse than the crunch sound effect is the rip sound effect.
Exciting, says Christopher Spirit Flute.
I'll kill you all. All right. So he has lost control for a moment. Now they follow.
Do we bleed? Do we not bleed?
Yeah, if you prick us. Nobody retires from this job. There was some foreshadowing earlier, if you remember it. All right, Hothead again. Hothead again with the timely remark. And he gets a little crunch himself. Well, Victor says, "Oh man, why did you do that, Mike? That wasn't smart." Victor,
What wasn't smart?
well, I think it's killing off a character. Victor,
Oh.
in a storyline I've got, and I'm talking to Mike about doing some more prequel and some backstory stuff. You'll get to see Brando, and so.
Oh, Brando's in Monster Hunt.
Yep. Yes, he is.
I know. I like Brando as a character. I didn't want to kill him, but it was important to the story.
All right, and so you've got this inter-team conflict, but they pull it all together. All right, a little bit of developing romance, right? A little bit of developing romance between Lone Star and Angel, because you want to personalize the characters. You want to give them some motivations and some connections, because as the characters are given connections to each other, characters are given connections to the readers. And she's got her frenemy here who's trying to talk her out of dating above her league. And then we meet some new antagonist. Hey bro, you lost? You looking for this meeting? Here's a flyer. Is this looks like Sean Penn from was it, I wonder if you channeled that. Hey bro, you lost? You looking for a meeting? Here's a flyer with this address. Although now that I think about it, it's just down the street. All right, you've met this character before. And he's going to very swiftly assert dominance. He's going to very swiftly assert dominance over this crew. Oh, there's a green hair in the bank. I forgot about her. What? What? Gender? What an antiquated concept is gender. How dare you dare with your
someone got all bent out of shape because I modeled one of my characters after a young Bernie Sanders.
Well,
suck it up, sweetheart.
All right. So let me stop sharing here. But that was yeah, man. 60 pages counting the cover and the front matter and so on. Not bad.
Thank you. I was aiming for not bad. Men can have pregnancies too.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Or their wives can.
All right. So for this campaign, you've drawn 22 or 24 pages for Monster Hunt.
24 and 2 covers.
24 and 2 covers for Monster Hunt. How many covers have you drawn for? How many covers did you do for Soul of the Soldier? You did 2?
Yep.
All right, so that is 28 pages of art plus now you are on the 29th page of Soul of the Soldier. So in this in this campaign, you are now 57 pages in. It's pretty respectable. It's pretty respectable.
I didn't even do the math.
I'm trying to in the back of my mind, I'm trying to keep an assessment of your average productivity.
It's not as fast as I would like it to be, but I've got a lot going on, so
Yeah, and it was an astute decision to spend a day drawing wicker chairs.
I'll just have you know that chair is only on 2 panels in this scene.
Oh my god.
I mean, on this page, on the next page. I'm trying to minimize its presence for the rest of this scene, so I'm trying to move the conflict over to the other side of the room.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful page, but we got to get this done. Ooh, let's spend 3 days drawing wicker chairs.
For those who don't know what he's talking about, page 28 featured the infamous wicker chair. The infamous wicker chair.
Oh, dude, you should do a variant cover that's just a wicker chair. Yeah, Cyrena, she says, I want a wicker chair variant. Yeah.
Because inside joke covers are always
yeah. Oh. The chair of the hero.
Lone Star, chair of the hero. It really helps him sit.
Simeon 7 says, it is a beautiful chair, I've got to say. and I hate wicker chairs.
Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a meme at this point.
Yeah. It's put them in. It's like the Iron Throne in the Red Keep, but different. It's the wicker chair.
Yeah.
Lone Star, Tale of the Wickerman. Yes. Eric M. Boyd says, is the wicker chair his seat of power? Yes, indeed.
No. It's just in Angel's apartment.
That is a new addition to vampire lore. Wicker chairs figure prominently in vampire lore in the Blacklist universe.
That's right. Actually, my vampires do have their own rules, like as for why they're deathly allergic to garlic and what happens when they don't drink blood for. It's kind of a extreme form of rickets. Because rickets is a vitamin D deficiency, right? And so they can't process vitamin D like normal. I don't want to get into too much of it, but I had this whole lore set up that's more sort of based on real world diseases than it is on. The devil gave me the powers of the blah blah blah. So whatever. It's like,
Well, St. Augustine way back in the day said that was all a bunch of bullshiggity. Bullshiggity is a technical term. No, he did. It's a very technical term. It's a theological term.
Is that English though?
Yeah, with the old English. Yes. Scurvy. Well, yeah. Well, maybe the vampires can get some of the vitamin C from the blood they ingest, depending on the serum concentrations of vitamin C of the person they're feeding off of. So, if you're a vampire, what you're going to want to do is make sure that your prey is eating a lot of oranges or orange juice.
Well, in my this was way back in my original, because like I said, I actually took the vampire story for Lone Star from a vampire trilogy that I had previously written. And part of the vampire mythos in their society were sort of conscious objectors, right? But they became monsters because the rickets, they would stay alive, but the rickets made their bones so soft and malleable that their bones wouldn't maintain their facial structure and whatnot. So you'd end up with these horribly disfigured good guy vampires who wouldn't hurt humans, but they couldn't get the vitamin D their bodies, because that's vitamin D is vital for cell replication and cell what do you call it?
Cell repair.
Cell repair. Thank you. And so yeah, when so they use it very quickly because they're immortal, right? They can heal from everything and all that kind of stuff. So anyways,
Simon on number 7 wants to know, could a vampire be stabbed with wicker? Yeah, but it would probably just annoy him.
yeah. Now bamboo. 90 people, 70 likes. Please hit like, friends. Actually, that's not a bad 13 dislikes. I didn't know there were 13 people from War Campaign here.
Well, it could be that we kept all the drama. We confined the drama and the conflict to that which was present in the.
And people don't like that. They want real life drama where we disparage other people's names and such. No, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry.
Devil's Burden 99 says bamboo is dope.
Especially under the fingernails.
Oh yeah. that's how we when we get down to that deadline and we need to up Mike's page count. But we don't do the fingernails because he's got to draw, so we go for the toenails. All right, Mr. Miller, I need to call it an evening here, sir. I am up early and then probably up late.
Yeah, Edwin, you know what? I know what you're going to do.
What am I going to do?
You're going to get on Age of Empires.
I never
your
left.
name pop up in the corner of my screen all the time. Edwin Boyette is playing Age of Empires.
It usually looks like this because I play the game in segments. Most of the time, it's just the pause screen. I was looking at the time it said I had played, and I was like, "No, I wish I wish I had that kind of time." All right, Mr. Miller, I will talk to you tomorrow, sir, and everyone in the audience. Have a fantastic evening and an even better tomorrow. Aloha.
All right, brother. Peace out. And I'm probably AOL was awesome gaming back in the day. It's awesome gaming now, yo. Every Sunday night. Sunday nights we do Age of Empires here on this channel. It's usually me and Edwin and my son and one other guy, but you can have up to 8 people in the room. So if you want to join us Sunday night for some Age of Empires gameplay, just go to Steam, get the 2000 or Age of Empires 2 HD edition, and join us. Join us. What time is it? 11:20. I feel like I haven't. Edwin is going to do terrible things. Be triggered now and save yourself some time. Kyle Jordan Gaming, what did I walk into? Yeah, Kyle Jordan, are you new here? I don't recall your name, Kyle Jordan Gaming. But yeah, please join us on Sunday, man. Join us. I used to be terribly good at Age of Empires, and now I suck at it. I can beat my 11-year-old though. I beat him pretty bad last night. Oh my gosh. Well, I played it back in the old days. Yeah, me too. And then we just started up a couple months ago. Come on, guys and gals, get the game. Join the fun. I know, seriously, man. I remember the floppy disks, but it's on Steam now, so. Big update on Black Ops 4 Monday for Xbox. Really? You know what? I'm not gonna be able to get into that. I think all through this winter it's gonna be crazy busy for me. So Mike Beats Kids confirmed. I love playing AoE. Oh, come on, Serena. Get in there then on Sundays. Sunday nights. What was I saying? I just totally brain farted. I don't know. But it is what it is. You guys probably want to see what I'm drawing, but it's really light, so. Back in my day, I didn't have none of them fancy HDs like you kids did these days. I'll tell you what. Star Wars Galactic Battles is based on AoE engine. Yeah, I used to play that too. Of course I played that, dude, when that came out. Black Ops update is playing as Justin Trudeau in blackface. You know what? All right, I'm probably gonna have to cut this stream short because I gotta work and I can't work and read all the chats. I mean, I can, but it really, really slows me down. I'm just gonna have to go find something else to watch, and you guys are too. But like, subscribe, share, join us for Age of Empires if you are a gamer and like Age of Empires. Sunday night around 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We get on there and we wreck. Usually it's my son wrecking me, but whatever. What are you going to do? Oh, you know what? I wonder if they have, what was it, Galactic Battles on Steam. We could do Star Wars Galactic Battles on Steam. That would be cool. All right. Good night, Kyle Jordan. Again, like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. I will see you all tomorrow.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Aloha.